Welcome to the Pro Bull Riding Australian National Finals, coming to you from the magnificent harbour city of Sydney. 22 of the world's toughest cowboys from 5 countries have assembled at Qantas Credit Union Arena with a capacity crowd on hand to see who will be crowned the Australian champion. Fraser Babbington still leads the championship, and all eyes will be on the effervescent New Zealander to see if he will become the first Kiwi to win the Australian title. It promises to be a spectacular night of entertainment with plenty of bumps and bruises along the way. Welcome to the toughest sport on the planet, the ultimate battle of man versus beast. This is the PBR Australian Championships, coming to you from Sydney.
Tonight, the biggest city in the country plays host to the biggest professional bull riding in the land. Qantas Credit Union Arena sets the scene with a sold-out crowd here tonight for the toughest professional bull riders in the business as they chase their dreams to become the next PBR Australian champion. Hi everybody, Warren Matotic joining you here tonight as we take a look at the leaders in the race for the Australian Championship. Fraser Babbington, the man from Gisborne, New Zealand, is number 1 in the race. Justin Payton from Mackay, Dave Mason just back from the United States, and Cody Heffernan. Following a strong win in the recent Cairns event, Justin Payton keeps his Australian title dream alive, but he's trying not to get too far ahead of himself.
Couldn't be happier with how I went at Cairns, but business as usual again this weekend, and I've just got to keep my mind on the job and just try and do it all over again. You know, I'm in the same position this year as I was last year, so hopefully I can go one better. It's always good to go to new venues and new crowds, and the excitement sort of it overwhelms you a bit. Last year, I had felt the pressure, and this year I'm just trying to go into it, just not worrying about it, and it's trying to brush it all off.
25-year-old Cody Heffernan is one of the rising stars on the Australian PBR circuit. And what he lacks in size, he more than makes up for with skill and bravery. Cody's just excited to be part of a huge Sydney event.
Not a lot of people have seen bull riding in Sydney, so big show, and 22 bull riders, best in Australia, best bulls we've got. Really excited to get on 3 bulls and win this thing.
Cody started his career with a bang, winning events with ease at a very young age, but like all things in bull riding, he's since experienced many highs and lows.
First got my card when I was 18, won my first event when I was 19. Had a lot of ups and downs, Started out real good and had a few rough years here and there, went to college for a few years and come back to Australia to see what I can do. There's an unknown of what could happen. The 1,000 kilo animal, a bull, he jumps on you, it'll do a lot of damage.
While riding bulls came naturally for Cody early in his career, he's realised over time that it's as much a mental game as it is physical.
Conquering your own mind, really. Once you you can ride them. I know I can ride the rankest bulls in the world. Once you reach a certain level, it's really a mental game, and I think over the years I've tried to work on that side of it, dealing with different pressures. I'm really starting to hit my prime, I think. You draw a tough bull that no one's rode, you've got to want to just, crave getting on him. He might be tough and out of line, and all the boys don't like getting on him, but you just got to tell yourself you can do it and get on it and give him hell.
Mitch Payton, 24, from Nebo.
Meu nome é Robson Guedes, tenho 26 anos, brasileiro. Brasil!
I'm Sam O'Connor, 24 years old, and I'm from Tully, North Queensland.
Hi, I'm Jason Mara, I'm 28 and I'm from Cloncurry, Queensland.
Clancy Butler, 29 years old, Electorate, New South Wales.
Hey, I'm Mitchell Loudon, 23 years old, from Charters Towers, North Queensland.
Well, you've met some of the bull riders that we're going to be watching here in the opening section of the PBR National Finals tonight. All right, we're going to move to our first man in this section. Every bull rider tonight gets to get on 2 bulls. The top 8 will progress to the championship round. Let's start with Mitch Payton, Nebo, Queensland. The bull is Black Hawk, out and around to the left. Here is a man on a mission tonight. Payton dominating this bull with a classic performance and a great way to kick off a sold-out Saturday night. In replay, we can watch Mitch Payton here doing a lot of things right, using that free arm to maintain that upper body position. A strong performance, 84.5 points. Nice job. Here's Robson Gudez from Brazil. Black Rat is the name of this bull. This is a great bull to have in the competition. Gudez, one tough bull rider, making it happen here tonight. Absolutely awesome is the only way to describe the performance of this Brazilian bull rider. Once again, looking at an international bull riding talent, Gudez stands alone with 85 points. This is Sam O'Connor, a crowd favourite from Tully, North Queensland. Special Forces is the bull. Done bucking bulls from Gerenga, and oh, he is down hard. You know, I mean, I'm not making excuses here for this kid, but he comes in here with some terrible injuries. He has been out for the past 3 months. O'Connor just trying to keep himself and his body together. Here is the pocket rocket from Cloncurry, Western Queensland, Jason Mara. I mean, you talk about a crowd favourite. Here he is, Gun Talks the bull. Mara, one of the smallest professional bull riders on the tour, and wow, he is gonna stick like glue, and that is exactly the type of ride we expect from Jason Mara. Once again, this bull not having his best day, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It's all about getting 2 bulls ridden in this competition tonight and coming back in the top 8. Clancy Butler from Willow Tree, New South Wales, loves the bright lights of the big city of Sydney, New South Wales. This is Digger, another great bull to have in the competition, and wow. Things were going all Butler's way here, but right about here, we see him here have a little bit of trouble with his feet. Once his feet come out of the bull, you can see that left foot coming up over the bull's back. It is all over. Here's Mitchell Loudon in his very first PBR National Finals appearance from Emerald Central, Queensland. The bull is West Texas Crude. Ryan Frayne bull out of Queensland. Loudon putting together, this is going to be close. This is going to be real close. Looking at the watch, the clock, telling us that unfortunately Loudon is going to come down a little shy of that 8-second whistle.
I'm Gustavo Pedrero from Mexico, 28 years old.
Meu nome é Cristiano Cunha, tenho 36 anos, Brasil.
JC Davis, Rotorua, New Zealand, and I'm 23 years old.
Name's Greg Devereaux from Darwin, Northern Territory, 34 years of age.
Well, there's the next lineup of bull riders we're watching in this first section. Here's the man, the Mexican PBR champion, Gustavo Pedrero. The bull is Rattle Your Cage, Ryan Frayne bull, Pedrero. Wow, here is a Mexican man that's gonna put it together. Gustavo Pedrero comes here with a huge amount of confidence after a great performance last Saturday night in Cairns and a dominating ride of 81 points. Cristiano Cunha from Brazil. Proper Deadly's the bull. Watch this bull blow up. And our Brazilian comes down short of the 8. Another great bull from Ryan Frame out of Queensland here, bucking off one of the headline acts of the National Finals. This is Ben Seeds out of Dingo, Central Queensland. Sunset Boulevard. A great bull of Mitch Russell's. Seeds. You talk about a man that can ride rank bulls. Watch right here. Seeds is the man of the moment. What an explosive performance. Listen to that crowd. They are loving Ben Seeds here in Sydney. Oh, shame about the get-off, but wow, what about this? This is poetry in motion. Ben Seeds here makes it look so easy on Sunset Boulevard as the numbers come to us now. 83.25 points from the Lincoln officials. JC Davis, Rotorua, New Zealand. Devil inside is the bull. The New Zealand Cowboy is in a world of hurt off the back of this one. Another outstanding bull. And, you know, the National Finals brings not only the toughest bull riders in the business, but the best livestock available in the country. And we are watching the best of the business tonight. Here's the man from the Northern Territory, from Darwin, Greg Devereaux. Enemies everywhere. And they will be everywhere for the next 8 seconds. If this guy has his way, wow, another great bull delivering a huge blow to the confidence of Greg Devereaux. Well, he'll have to pick up the pieces in the next round. While it's the Cowboys who steal the limelight, spare a thought to the unsung heroes of the sport, the protection athletes, who put themselves in harm's way in an effort to keep the Cowboys safe. And there is no better protection athlete than Lincoln Brown.
It was about 2009. I was at a little rodeo just at a local town called Walker, just sort of east of Tamworth. And I was there riding, and one of the bullfighters, got hurt. And they needed someone, and I sort of looked and went, oh, I'll give it a go, you know, and yeah, I sort of stepped in there and I've never looked back.
Brown accepts it's not a job for everyone, and certainly not for the faint-hearted.
There's a good old saying, mate, you can't put a lion's heart in a mouse's cavity, so if you don't have the heart, then you might as well not start. So you've got to, number one, you've got to have a big heart, and it's a reaction sport, you know, we've got to react to action. They put every bit of trust in us, you know, like they know when they strap themselves on there, if there's any sort of trouble, that they can count on us to be there, not if they're going to be there, we're going to be there. No matter what's happening, then if they're in trouble, we're in trouble, because we're part of that.
And the job doesn't come without its perils and lots of sacrifice.
Self-preservation doesn't really come into it for us, I suppose, in this sport. Like, I've had that right here, I don't know if you can see, but I've had that torn off. I've broke my ankle 4 times, I've cracked nearly every rib, broke my sternum, dislocated my hip, like the list goes on. So it's not if, it's just how many times.
Despite the hazards, it hasn't diminished his love for the sport.
I'm not scared of it at all, like I've been pumped all week, I can't wait to get here, you know. I suppose it's a hard one to explain, but it's just one of them things, everyone does something different, but you know, we could cross this road here. I'm more scared of crossing and driving in Sydney than fighting bulls in Sydney.
And it's the gratitude he receives from the Cowboys that makes the job so rewarding and the risks all worthwhile.
Yeah, I take a lot out of it, you know, like it means the world for them boys to come and pat you on the back. I know the Cowboys appreciate what we do, you know, like they tell us over and over again.
Bo Willis, 24, Bowen.
I'm Troy Wilkinson. I'm from Upper Horton, New South Wales, and I'm 24 years old.
Hi, I'm Ryan Dirtier. I'm 26 from Halbert, Oklahoma.
Hi, I'm Merv Church. I'm from Napier, New Zealand, and I'm 19 years old.
Hi, Dave Kennedy from Kyogle, New South Wales, 30 years old.
Sure, my name's Fraser Babbington.
I'm 28 years old and I'm from Gisborne, New Zealand.
Section number 2, round number 1 is where we're at as we get ready to watch Bo Willis from Bowen, North Queensland. Blue Dog Time Warrior, the bull from Frank Biddle. This bull can be an outstanding bull in the pen. Willis, young man from Bowen, North Queensland, putting together a great performance, but wow, coming down just short of that 8-second whistle here. You know, we can see Bo Willis, a young man that has battled the highs and lows of this sport, the ups and downs and the bumps and the bruises. Coming down short of the 8 seconds with no score. Wow, the fans are having an absolutely unbelievable time here tonight. Here's Troy Wilkinson, Upper Horton, New South Wales, Pain and Gain. Wilkinson, another man desperate to win some points here at the National Finals, is going to get it done on this black and white bull. Once again, bullseye bullfighters, Lincoln Brown and his team doing an outstanding job here, deflecting the bull away from Troy Wilkinson. Well, numbers coming to us now, and it is 78 points, a little lower than what Wilkinson would expected, but nevertheless, 1 score on the board. Remember the format. 2 bulls, top 8 to the championship round. Here is Ryan Dirt Eater, Hobart, Oklahoma. The bull is Ivory Jr. You are watching one of the greatest bull riders in the world. And we wouldn't expect anything less of a 6-time PBR World Finals qualifier. Dirt Eater, once again showing us why he is one of the best in the world. 78 points for Dirt Eater. Here is the man that leads the race for the PBR Rookie Championship. Believe it or not, he too is from New Zealand. This is Merv Church, Hustlers the bull. And not enough hustle from Church here tonight in the first round brings him down short of that magical 8-second mark. The look of determination on his face here tells the story, but this bull, too good. Here is 4-time PBR Australian champion Dave Kennedy, Kyogle, New South Wales, and a big black bull they call Night Stalker. John Gill and Sons bull. Kennedy dominating on this ride. Everybody wants him to do well tonight in his final season. Kennedy is on fire. Night Stalker, one of the biggest bulls in the pen here tonight, but he is no match for a man that wears no less than 4 PBR gold buckles. Kennedy putting together a solid 82 and a quarter-point ride. This is the man of the moment. The number 1 bull rider coming in here tonight, Fraser Babbington, Gisborne, New Zealand, wants to be the first New Zealand cowboy to win the championship. A Kubra, Suicidal, is going to punch his ticket here in the first round with a qualified ride on this bull of John Gill and Sons. Babbington, the hottest man in the country right now, 80 points, and he'll be happy with that.
Well, it's always that first one that all the nerves come in there, and you've got to get that one out of the way, so you've got to score on that, so on to the next one now. It's real exciting, and with the atmosphere like this, and you get the noise behind you, it makes that blood flow through your veins a bit harder, and it's actually a bit harder to control that adrenaline, really.
Cody Heffernan, 25, from Singleton, New South Wales.
Hi, Damien Herden, 24 years old, Yeppoon, Queensland.
Hi, I'm Dave Mason, I'm from Balldale, New South Wales, Australia, and I'm 27.
Hi, I'm Justin Payton, I'm 23 years of age, I'm from Nebo, Queensland.
Lachlan Richardson, 22, Grassford, New South Wales.
Oh, wow, there's some big hitters out in this next section. All right, taking a look now at a man that had an opportunity. He had a chance coming in here, but he's a little too far behind right now to catch the man from New Zealand. This is Cody Heffernan, Singleton, New South Wales, and a big, powerful bull, Bambi's Blood, from John Gill and Sons. Heffernan has been hot all year long, And we are looking right now at, unfortunately, a 0 for Heffernan. Falling short of that 8 seconds here, but not for the want of try. Damien Hurden won an event earlier this year in Yassin, New South Wales. He's deserved his chance to be here. From Yeppoon in Queensland, the bull is smoking water. And Hurden is going to ride this bull all day long. You know, here is another bull not having his day, and you can see there, Hurden's free hand came awfully close to touching that bull, but the Lincoln official says it was all clear, 75 3/4. This is Dave Mason, the number 3 man coming in here tonight. He needs to ride 2 bulls at least, and no. Wow, that is going to open the door for Justin Payton and Fraser Babbington tonight. The number 3 man, Mason, trailing, needing 2 solid performances and bucks off the first. Here is Justin Payton. He is only a few points behind Fraser Babbington in a must-ride, must-win situation. Mudslide, a bull he won Cairns on last Saturday night. And some problems. We're taking a look right now, and there is a re-ride option being offered here to Justin Payton. You can see the bull hips himself on the way out of the chute, so Payton will be back in the next round. Here is 3-time PBR World Finals qualifier Lachlan Richardson, Gresford, New South Wales. Little brother, this is what 3 years on the Built Ford Tough Series can do for a man's ego and confidence. Richardson stepping up in a huge way. This is a polished performance tonight. Lachlan Richardson riding this bull with ridiculous ease. Out over the front, watch him use that outside foot. And how about this, looking at the numbers, 85.5 points for Richardson. Well, Richardson with that 85.5 points captures the number 1 spot out of round number 1. Robson Gudez hot on his heels with 85. One of the most consistent performers on the Australian circuit is Dave Mason. Despite a stint competing in the US, Mason still finds himself in the hunt for the overall title.
It is good to see it come to the big smoke like this. You know, it's really a credit to the people putting it on and being out. Like the sport over here has grown in the last 12 months. It's tenfold. Like it's a real credit to them what they've done. And to have it, you know, in Sydney, I used to have it out the road there at the Sydney Homebush, but to move it into the heart of Sydney like this, it's a credit to them what they've done, and it's good to see it here.
And who can forget the recent incident in Cairns, where if it weren't for the quick thinking of protection athletes, things could have been a lot worse.
I got in a bit of a wreck there at Cairns, getting off my second ball. But
here is Dave Mason trying to get another qualified ride together if he can do it. Out and around on a good black bull. Mason chasing a championship here with only a week to go. In trouble. He's got his spur hooked in the flank rope of this bull.
Once it, jerked me down, I felt my foot was stuck. I was, "Hello, boys, help! I need some help."
Lincoln Brown has a strong recollection of the incident.
Dave got thrown off, got his foot stuck in the flank of the rope, and he was getting towed around, and I happened to be just close enough there, and we actually carried little knives to cut ropes when that happens, but I had nowhere near enough time to even get that out, so I dove on top of Dave because I knew he was stuck and he was heading underneath the bull.
Brown got hold of me and got on top of me, and then the other boys seen that, so they straightened the bull up, and they all work so good together, you know, you can't fold them.
I dove on top because then I know I've got 2 other bullfighters there that are going to protect me, and one of the boys was actually trying to get his knife out to cut the rope, and just lucky enough, Dave's foot kicked free. And he was telling me, let me go, you know, he just wanted to get out of there, but I didn't know where the bull was, and I was just hanging on to him, but we all got out of it pretty good.
Thanks to the protection athletes, Mason limps away to fight another day.
you can't panic, you just got to stay calm. And I knew them boys, you know, I'm proud to call them all good mates, so I knew that it was only a matter of seconds before they got there to get me out. And them bullfighters done their job, and I come out of there smelling like roses, really. A couple of bruises, but nothing major.
I got a few bumps and bruises, but it's part of the deal.
I thanked them boys probably 4 times that night, and it probably wasn't enough, you know. Like, without them boys, I wouldn't have been getting on in the short round last weekend, because it could have got real bad.
So we start off round number 2, section number 1 of the PBR Australia National Finals with Mitchell Loudon out of Emerald Central Queensland. Bucked off his first bull. This is Dark Knight of Dan Clavy's. Mitchell needing to capitalise on at least one bull tonight, and looks like he is going to do just that. Mitchell Loudon redeeming himself after a buck off in the first round here. A solid performance on this black bull is exactly what he needs, and the numbers of 73 1/4 points from our Lincoln officials. Cristiano Cunha, the Brazilian, is back. Andy G is the bull. Wow, here is a guy, he's as tough as nails. Andy G, he is too. Look at this bull. Wow, spinning like a tornado out here, and he unseats the Brazilian bull rider tonight for another no score in the competition. Anytime we see a bull like this that blows out hard, kicks real high, and spins, the degree of difficulty becomes greater. JC Davis is back from Rotorua, New Zealand, with Filthy Rotten of Ryan Frames. Filthy Rotten by name and Filthy Rotten by nature. And JC Davis comes down. Looking here, you can see Davis, I mean, he is putting out a lot of effort right here, but this little bull has got his number. Robson Gudez from Brazil, already with an 85-point score, is currently second in the competition, jumping out on Manchild, 4-year-old classic bull. Look at this. This is what championship dreams are made of. An outstanding performance from the Brazilian bull rider tonight. And talking about that jump and kick motion, that spinning momentum of this particular bull, Lincoln Welders officials give him 85 1/4 points, and that is a nice job. Heading to Mexico now, Gustavo Pedrero, and unearthed. This bull blows high, kicks hard, and unseats the Mexican champion. Look at this for an action replay as we take a look at 850 kilograms of Big Bad Brindle blow into the Qantas Credit Union Arena. All right, Justin Payton with a second opportunity now. He had a rewrite option on this bull. Cannot afford to waste this opportunity. He is in the race for a championship. Oh no. Oh no, and I see him limping away from that bull as well, and that is not a good sign. Payton is looking back at our Lincoln Welders officials right now, and I believe he is indicating that perhaps there was a foul on this ride. There was. Lincoln Welders officials tell us it is a re-ride for Payton, so he's going to have to do it one more time. Coming back with our man from Tully, North Queensland, Sam O'Connor. Bucked off his first bull. He has to ride this bull if he wants to stay in the race at the National Finals. Disco Duck does a little dance on a Saturday night, and not the kind of two-step that Sam O'Connor needed. Unfortunately, Connor bucks down off 2 bulls in tonight's competition. That brings us to the man from Willow Tree, New South Wales, Clancy Butler. He's back with a bull called Bad Attitude. Here's the bull from John Gill and Sons. Butler in the need for speed on the back of this bull. Oh, man. Wow, Lincoln Brown takes a huge hit. Mitch Russell makes the save, and Butler running for his life. Wow, you can't say enough good things about our bullseye protection athletes here. Butler getting hit once, twice. There is the hit that our bullfighters have taken, and that is their job, believe it or not. Jason Mara from Cloncurry, Queensland. Cowboy Coffee is the bull. Now, Mara needing another great performance. Can he get this one done? And doesn't. I mean, Jason Mara, you know, here is a great bull rider. Any which way you look at him here, but wow, this bull gets him rocked right back on his pockets, takes all of the weight off his legs, and bucks him off. Well, Justin Payton for his third bull of the night, and it is a tough one. This is War Chief. Has never been ridden on the PBR Tour. John Gill and Sons bull. Will tonight be the night? Payton pulled down over the front end of this bull like he has done to so many bull riders in the past, and that has just opened the door for Fraser Babbington in the race for the Australian Championship. Payton coming down with no score. So from one brother to another, here's Mitch Payton. Rude manners. I've watched this bull go in the past. He is tough. He is wild. He is Western. Mitch Payton is going to show that one of the Payton brothers tonight can ride a bull for 8 seconds. And look at this. Look at this. Sydney is loving Mitch Payton tonight. And so are our Lincoln officials. Numbers are coming to us as we speak. And you talk about a perfect performance. You just can't ride a bull any better than this. They like it to the tune of 83.5 points for Mitch Payton tonight. Back to Greg Devereaux out of Darwin in the Northern Territory, Party Rock. John Gill and Sons bull. Here's Devereaux, the #1 bull rider in the Northern Territory tonight at his first PBR National Finals appearance. And he too gets a little rub into the Sydney sand. You know, these bulls are big, they're quick, and they're bad. We are looking here at the lone Northern Territory bull riding performer tonight, struggling to get a perfect performance at the National Finals. Another eccentric character on the PBR circuit is Brinson James, the son of a legendary rodeo clown. Brinson was born into the business.
My main job in the PBR is just to kick back and make sure everybody's having fun, kind of like a cheerleader or a dancing bear. It's just to make sure everybody is, having fun through the lulls of the performance, because a 15 to 2,000 pound bull can do whatever he wants. So, if he were to lay down or not want to, cooperate, it's that's my time to shine, is just to fill the lulls and make sure everybody's, keeping clapping, dancing, and having fun at the show. I got the best seat in the house, standing right there in the middle of the arena. So I don't want to compete with it at all. I'm just there to be a part of it. And when they turn to me and say, hey, it's your time, that's when it's my time to shine.
With bull riding part of his genetic makeup, Brinson feels it's more of a lifestyle than a job.
I hate to call it a job because I love it so much, and I don't want to tell anybody, but I would almost do it for free.
And one of the perks of the job is seeing the world.
That is the best part of it, is to travel the globe. I mean, I've been almost to all 50 states, all over Canada. Of course, it's my second time back to Australia. And that's the perk.
And despite the fun and games, the job doesn't come without its occupational hazards.
The scariest part of the job is the bulls. But if you're close to the fence, that's when you're the safest. And yeah, my job, is to yell at the cowboys and say, get up! If you're a bull rider, you're a bull rider. If you're a clown, get out of the way. And that's my job, is to get out of the way.
Brinson feels he's got the pick of the jobs and is much happier playing the clown than riding the bulls.
My job, I got a guaranteed paycheck when, every time I leave the house. And, for bull riders, they gotta pay money to maybe win money. And they're nuts if you ask me. 8 seconds is a very short amount of time, but a lot can happen in that 8 seconds.
Moving now into round 2, section number 2. We're going to start off with the man from Yeppoon, Queensland, Damien Hurden. The bull is Rebel Yell. Here is a huge opportunity for Hurden to make some ground up here if he can just ride this bull. And the big bull from Trevor and Tony Dunn of Duringa Central, Queensland, is a little too much bull for the kid from Yeppoon. Hurden coming down just short of that 8 seconds. So we go back to Bo Willis now. Bucked off his first bull. This is a great bull, a 4-year-old classic bull by the name of Pistol Whip. Willis, exciting young bull rider here, and a great bull here going back the opposite direction. And, whoa, this is going to be too close for us to call right here. Lincoln Welders officials will carry the stopwatches. And you can see here the change of direction really threw a lot of things into the mix here for Bo Willis and Pistol Whip. And the free hand touching just shy of that 8-second whistle. So it is officially no score. Troy Wilkinson has been a consistent top 10 performer in the race for the PBR Championship for years. Here's a bull, and Dan Clavy's called Troy. Wilkinson and Troy. This is a match made in heaven, and your man Wilkinson is up to the task tonight. Troy Wilkinson, talking about his performance over the past 5 seasons, he is second to none when it comes to riding big bulls under the big lights. 83.5 points is exactly what he needed.
I trained through the week and I got it out of my system last weekend, so ready to rock and roll this weekend. Oh, this crowd is unbelievable. This is definitely the best crowd I've seen PBR Australia have. Yeah, they're amazing. They're that loud. It's intense.
Well, he won the first round with an 85.5 point score. Lachlan Richardson, Gresford, New South Wales, is right in the middle of the mix here for the National Finals Championship. A great bull, a little too much bull, in fact, for the man from Gresford, New South Wales, Devil Dance, bucking him off here. And I mean, you don't see this happen too often to Richardson. All right, the Australian Championship race is alive. So is Fraser Babbington, Fox in socks. He's ridden one bull. He has put the pressure on the rest of the pack. Babbington needing to continue, and oh man, he is in a world of trouble right here. And Babbington is disgusted. We can see the comments coming forth from Babbington there, but look right here. Ladies and gentlemen at home, you can see here how brutal this sport is here. Babbington is tied to this bull, and he is at the mercy of this bull. So with Babbington going down, it's all about Cody Heffernan. Rolling Deep is another one of these big, powerful, bucking bulls. Heffernan is a definite crowd favorite in Sydney tonight. Look at this. Heffernan coming alive here in the closing moments of this section with a great performance. This is the Cody Heffernan that we've come to know and love on the PBR Australian Tour. A dynamic ride here on Rolling Deep. Numbers of 85.5 points. Well, moving now to the final men in this section. Let's start it off with a man that has already put together one great performance tonight. 4-time PBR Australian champion, David Kennedy, matched up against Laguna. Oh, man. Wow, you know, there's an old saying in this sport, if your heels get higher than your chin, then you're in trouble. And this is exactly what happens to David Kennedy.
Yeah, I was lucky I had a helmet on, or I might not have any teeth left, but yeah, he's a good big bull, and I knew he'd be bucking, and yeah, he's got the better of me.
Well, with a four-time champion down, we go back to Dave Mason, trying to keep the Australian Championship race alive. The bull is Zulu, a bull that he won the Troy-Dunn Invitational on last season. And they are one apiece right now in their battle on the PBR Australian Championship Tour. Dave Mason coming down off Zulu. Heading now to the man that leads the race for the PBR rookie title this season, Merv Church from New Zealand. Firecracker is a big, powerful bull. And the Kiwi comes down. You know, this is unbelievable. With an opportunity here to watch this in slow motion, you can see here the absolute extremities of this sport. Heading now to a crowd favorite tonight from Hobart, Oklahoma. Ryan Dirt Eater is back. Light him up, classic bull. Dirt Eater needing a huge ride. Oh, and after a great performance in round number one, Ryan Dirt Eater just cannot connect the dots on this bull, and he goes down with no score. Number two man in the championship race, Justin Payton, needs to ride this bull right now. This is his final opportunity of the night if he cannot close the deal on Red John. Payton trying desperately to keep it alive. And we're going to go back to that clock. Lincoln officials here looking at the stopwatch. This is another close call, but wow, a great performance here from Payton, but just short. They say no score. Well, let's take a look at the National Finals Championship race here. The man from Brazil, Robson Gudez, has ridden two bulls. So has Payton, so has Wilkinson. But the number one man in the race for the Australian Championship, Fraser Babbington, will have to sit on the sidelines and see how this thing plays out. Welcome back to the PBR National Finals, the short go. Your number one man coming in here, Robson Gudez from Brazil. Mitch Payton, number two from Nebo, Queensland. Troy Wilkinson is number three. There is Lachlan Richardson from Gresford, New South Wales. Cody Heffernan from Singleton. David Kennedy, four-time PBR champion. Ryan Dirt Eater from Oklahoma. And Gustavo Pedrero from Mexico. Well, you have met the finalists here at the National Finals tonight as we take a look at a tough pen of bulls. The top 8 bulls in the country. And we're going to start us off right now with a bull that has never been ridden. A bull by the name of Gotcha Rockin' that is in contention for the PBR Bucking Bull of the Year. Gustavo Pedrero trying to become the first man in the history of the sport to ride this bull. Can he be the first? And the Black Bantang from the Northern Territory keeps his unridden status on the PBR Tour, bucking off the Mexican champion. Heading now to what could possibly be one of the biggest moments of the National Finals. The Hump is owned by Dunn Bucking Bulls. Ryan Dirt Eater from Hobart, Oklahoma. On a huge bull and a huge ride is what we're looking at. This man is all class. He is world class. And he rides a bull that has only been ridden twice before on the PBR Tour, the Hump. And this is going to be huge. Any which way you look at this replay, this is what the PBR is all about, and the numbers coming to us now of 87.25 points, the highest marked ride of the National Finals. All right, David Kennedy. He's out of the Australian Championship race, but an opportunity for him to win the national finals tonight on Jackie Howe. This is a great bull. Awesome bull. And a 4-time PBR champion getting hooked up in the gates, hooked up in a rope. And wow, this is a bad situation right here for both bull and bull rider. That bull getting right in behind that gate here. Jackie Howe, a bull that is, well, seldom ridden on the tour, and the Lincoln officials give them 85 points for the effort. All right, it is all about Cody Heffernan, Singleton, New South Wales, and Sports Machine. This is a great bull. This could be another huge performance. Heffernan right here, putting together everything that he possibly can. Look at him hanging down the side of this bull. Wow, you talk about determination. That is what makes champions. That is what separates the men from the boys in this sport. If you want to be a champion bull rider out there, ladies and gentlemen, you watch Cody Heffernan. He has got the heart of a lion, and 84 points on Sports Machine. Lachlan Richardson has already ridden one bull tonight. Here he has Grasshopper of Mitch Russell's. This is another big, powerful bull. Richardson being pulled down over the front end and hooked by the horn of that bull. Once again, we can see the brutality of this sport here, as Richardson coming down right here in front, merely at the mercy of this bull. Look at this bull here. He knows exactly where he is and how to deal with him. He is lucky. Troy Wilkinson has ridden 2 bulls. He's one of only 3 men that have done so up until this point. Horrible Manners is the bull. Can Wilkinson become the first man to ride 3? Can he stay perfect here at the national finals? All the way for the man from New South Wales tonight. Wilkinson here becomes the first man to stay perfect. And the crowd are absolutely going wild here, as their home state cowboy, Wilkinson, now takes the lead of the national finals. Numbers of 84 3/4 will give him a great total of 246 1/4. Here's Mitch Payton. He too has ridden 2 bulls up until this point. This is Storm Boy, another bull in contention for the Bucking Bull of the Year honors. Oh! And Payton comes down quickly off a powerful Frank Biddle bull. You know, a lot of people said this bull here was the one to watch in the Bucking Bull of the Year championship race. So, the final 8 seconds of the 2015 championship season. Robson Gudez, plant higher. Hey, the Brazilian trying to ride 3 bulls tonight, and he does. Wow. You talk about a great performance here, coming right down to the wire. Robson Gudez is going to leave no stone unturned in the championship round here, as he proves to the Australian PBR fans that he is a champion of the sport. Numbers are in, 86 1/2. Well, this is the wash-up of the PBR National Finals. It is the Brazilian Robson Gudez that will win the National Finals Championship here in Sydney. Troy Wilkinson will finish in the number 2 position, and Cody Heffernan will be 3rd. There he is, the man from Brazil, receiving the Montana Silversmith Championship Buckle as the National Finals champion. But there is the man of the moment, Fraser Babbington, the Kiwi, the first man from New Zealand to win the PBR Australian Bull Riding Championship. One of the happiest moments in this man's career, and there is how he did it. With a commanding lead over Justin Payton and Dave Mason, it's all Fraser Babbington tonight.
Oh, at this moment, I suppose it means the world to me. This is actually my last title to win here. I've won every probably prestigious buckle there is and rodeos and bull riding in Australia, so this means a lot. Probably more for my all my countrymen over home. This is the first PBR title that's been won by a Kiwi, I think, so yeah, it means a lot.
Well, thanks for joining us in beautiful Sydney, New South Wales tonight for the PBR Australia National Finals. Until next time, we'll see you then.